भारत माता शिव शक्ति अवतार सच्ची गीता मुरली 10th February 2026 morning class 23rd September 1968 Om Namah Shivaya Ramta Yogi children. Yes, Baba. Without the Father, no one can explain this cycle of 84. However, knowledge is a common matter, but the pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. At the end, no one should be remembered except the one Father. Although Maya opposes the main thing, is indeed to remember. While walking, moving, working, keep remembering the Father. Om Namah Shivaya. The spiritual father is sitting and explaining to the spiritual children. This knowledge of the cycle of 84 that is explained is just knowledge. You children have been studying and imbibing knowledge for birth after birth. That is very easy. This is nothing new. The father sits and explains how you have played your parts of 84 births from the golden age to the end of the iron age. How many rebirths you have taken. This knowledge is easily in the intellect. This is also a study. No one except the Father can explain the beginning, middle, and end of the creation. Only the Father explains. You have now understood through the Father how we have gone around the cycle of 84. The Father says higher than this knowledge is the pilgrimage of remembrance, which is called yoga. The word yoga is very famous, but this is a pilgrimage of a remembrance. Just as human beings go on pilgrimages, do they not? They say we are going on a pilgrimage to such and such place. They go to Srinath or Amarnath. They remember that now you know that the spiritual father teaches a very long pilgrimage. Remember me, people return from those pilgrimages. This is the pilgrimage to go and reside in the land of liberation. Although you have to come back into the path, it will not be in this world. You have disinterest in this old world. This is the dirty kingdom of Ravan, is it not? So, the main thing is this pilgrimage of remembrance. Many children do not even understand how to remember. Those who understand remember the Father while standing, sitting, walking, and moving. Whether someone remembers or not is not something that can be seen. The Father says, consider yourself a soul and remember the Father. It is not something to be seen, nor can it be known. Only the individual knows to what extent they stay in this stage and to what extent they stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. I continue to tell methods to many. The benevolent Father has explained. Consider yourself a soul and remember Shiv Baba. You may also do your service. For example, this Jagram is on God duty. He keeps going around. It is very easy for him to stay in remembrance. Nothing except the Father's remembrance should come to the mind. Baba gives examples and explains one should move along in this pilgrimage of remembrance. Just as priests go, they walk in such silence. So, you children must also remember the Father and the home with great love. This destination is very high. Devotees also make this same effort, but they do not know that they have to go back. They think they will go when the Iron Age ends. There is no one to teach them like this. You children are being taught. For instance, when you are on God duty, the more you remember the Father in solitude, the better it is. Sins are cut only by the remembrance. The sins of birth after birth are on your head. Are they not? Those who become Satopradhan first are the ones who go into the kingdom of Ravans first. So they are the ones who have to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance the most. It is a matter of every cycle. So they have a very good chance to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Here there is no question of a fighting or quarreling. While coming and going or sitting, accomplish two tasks through one path. Do your God duty and also remember the Father. Keep remembering the Father while performing actions. The one on guard duty has the most benefit. Whether guarding by day or by night, there is great benefit for them if they form the habit of staying in remembrance. The Father has given this service which is very good. God duty and the pilgrimage of remembrance. You also get this chance to stay in the Father's remembrance. These various methods are told to stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. You can stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance here much more than outside in business, etc. That is why you come to Madhuban to be refreshed. Go into solitude, sit on a rock, and stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance. Then one may go, or two or three may go. The chance here is very good. This remembrance of the Father is the main thing. The ancient yoga of Bharat is also very famous. You now know that sins ought to be cut by this remembrance. We will become Sato Pradhan. So you must make good effort in this. Bravery lies in remembering the Father while doing work and showing it. Action has to be performed because you belong to the path of the household. While living in the household and doing business, etc., let the remembrance of the Father remain in the intellect. There is a great income in this for you, although it does not enter the intellects of many children. Baba keeps saying, keep a chart. Some write a little bit. The Father explains many methods. Children want to go to Baba. You can earn a great income here. The solitude is very good. The Father sits personally and explains. Remember me and your sins will be cut because the sins of birth after birth are on your head. Father knows how many quarrels etc. take place because of vice. Obstacles are created. They say Baba does not allow us to remain pure. Baba says, good daughter, stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance and remove the burden of sins of birth after birth that is on your head. While sitting at home, keep remembering Shiv Baba. Remembrance can be done while living anywhere. You have to practice this while living anywhere. Give this message to whoever comes. The Father says, consider yourself a soul and remember the Father. This is the called the power of yoga, Yog Bal. Bal means might, power. The Father is called the Almighty Authority. So, how will you get that power from the Father? The Father Himself says, remember me. While coming down, you have become Sato, Tamo Pradhan. That power has completely finished. Now, even a penny's worth remains. People of the world do not know these things at all. Among you, there are some who understand very well. They remember the Father. You have to ask your heart, how is my chart? The Father tells all the children that the pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. Your sins will be cut only by remembrance. You will change from Tamo Pradhan to Sato Pradhan. The Father says, I come every cycle after 5,000 years and explain to you. No matter where you live, even if you are alone abroad, because if there is a couple, they caution one another. Even if there is no one to caution you, you can remember the Father. Can you not? Suppose one is married and the wife is somewhere else. You can write to her too. Simply remember one thing. Consider yourself a soul and remember the Father, and your sins of birth after birth will be incinerated. The cycle of 84 is now ending. The destruction of this old impure world is standing ahead. I continue to explain many methods. Then, whether someone does it or not is their choice. Children must surely be understanding that Baba gives very good advice. Our work is to give this message to friends, relatives, and whoever we meet. Whether it is a friend or anyone else, you need to have an interest in service. You have the pictures. You also have the badge. Badge is very good thing. The badge can make anyone into this Lakshmi and Narayan. You simply have to explain this that this is the Trimurti. Above them is Shiv Baba. Those people create the Trimurti, but do not show Shiva at the top. Because of not knowing Shiva, the vessel of Bharat has sunk. You now explain that first of all is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, Shiva, the Creator, through whom the vessel of Bharat goes across. Those people do not understand the meaning of Trimurti at all. This drama is also predestined. When they become impure, they call out, "O purifier, come and make the impure ones pure." You know that this is the impure world. It is such a mistake, worth not even a penny. It is completely ordinary. Just as the father sits and explains, you too must give a lectures. Although children do continue to do service according to the drama plan, it has continued like this. The father also continues to give directions. Open museums like this and do service, and many will come. They open circus in big cities too, do they not? They have so much equipment. People come from village after village to see. Therefore, Baba says, you too should make such a beautiful museum that people become happy seeing it and then go and tell others. You also understand that whatever service takes place, it continues to happen exactly as it did a cycle ago. But you must keep a lot of concern for becoming Sato Pradhan. It is in this that children become careless. Maya puts obstacles in this very pilgrimage of remembrance. Ask your heart, do I have this much interest? Do I make efforts? As the father explains, knowledge is a common thing. No one except the father can explain the cycle of 84. However, the pilgrimage of remembrance is the main thing. At the end, no one should be remembered except the one father. The father continues to give directions fully. Although Maya opposes, the main thing is to remember. Everyone cannot teach this. They do not know it at all. You can explain to anyone, no matter who it is, just show this badge. No one else has such a meaningful medal. The military also get many. Those who do not good those who do good work at get a medal. The medal of Rai Sahib. Everyone will see that this one has received a title from the Viceroy. Formerly, they used to be viceroys, etc. The queen used to appoint them. Now, even they do not have any pass. So, now, so many quarrels and fights have started. Quarrels for water, for land. There, plenty of land remains lying vacant. Formerly, land was very cheap. Now, it has become so expensive. At this time, it has great value because human beings have become many, have they not? So they definitely need land in the city too. They are afraid to live in the jungle. There are so many human beings. You children now know that Baba is establishing heaven. When all of these are finished, only a few will remain. How plentiful the land will be. There, everything will be new. The five elements also become Sato Pradhan. The minds, etc., will all be new. To go to that new world, you must take effort very well. Every human being makes effort to claim a high status. If someone, if some do not make full effort, they understand that they will not pass. They themselves understand that they will fail. Then, leaving their studies, etc., they take up a job. Nowadays, they continue to make very strict rules in jobs too. Human beings are very unhappy. Now, Baba shows you such a path that the name of sorrow will not exist for 24 births. The father says simply stay on the pilgrimage of remembrance as much as possible. The night is very good. Remember while lying down. Some fall asleep and then sleep comes. If one is old and cannot sit for long, he will surely go to sleep. He will continue to remember the Father while sleeping. There will never be a break in this firm income. If one is young and sits in remembrance after waking up, he will not feel like sleeping. Great happiness will be felt inside because there is a huge income. You now understand that there is time remaining, but there is no guarantee of death. So the father explains that the main thing is the pilgrimage of remembrance. It is difficult outside in the cities. When you come here, you get a very good chance. There is no question of worry. Therefore, keep increasing your chart here. Your characters will also continue to reform through this. But Maya is also very difficult to cross. Those living at home do not value it as much. Even so, the result of the Gopes brothers is good at this time. Many daughters write that they are harassed a lot for marriage. What should they do? Those who are strong, sensible daughters would never write like this. When they write, Baba understands that their spine is like that of a goat. They are weak. It is in your own hands to save your life. There are many types of sorrow in this world. Now, the Father tells you a very easy method. Consider yourself a soul and remember the Father. Let this badge always be pinned on. Explain to anyone that Shiv Baba is carrying out this establishment through Brahma. It is such an easy matter. You children are very fortunate. You who have come and become the princess Sahibzade, the father makes you so happy. The father says, you hurl so many insults at me, the two dirty insults. You do not understand at all. You hurl immense insults. You are so tamopradhan. Do not even ask. What more will I tolerate than this? They say, do they not? If you harass me too much, I will finish you. So this father sits and explains. Stories have been written in the scriptures. Baba tells you very easy methods. Remember while performing actions. There is huge benefit in this. Wake up early in the morning and sit in remembrance. You will enjoy it very much. But there is not that much interest. The teacher understands from the behavior of the student. This one will fail. The father also understands that this one will fail. That too for cycle after cycle, although they are very clever in giving lectures, they explain the exhibition quickly. But there is no remembrance. It is in this that they fail. They also show a lot of disregard. They show it to themselves. They cannot be disregard for Shiv Baba. They show it to themselves. No one can say we do not have time to remember. Baba will not accept it. You can remember even while bathing. Remember the father while eating food. There is a huge income. They are famous only in giving lectures. There is no yoga. That arrogance also makes them fall. Acha, to the sweet, beloved, long lost, and now found spiritual children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the spiritual father and Dada. The spiritual fathers, namaste to the spiritual children. Lots of love and remembrance to my beloved Bab Dada and Mat Pita. Namaste Baba, Om Namah Shivaya. Blessing. May you be a full caste Brahmin. What is the easy method for those to be constant growth? For there to be constant growth in your own effort and in service. The easy means for growth is to move along according to the method from Amrit Vela, and life will then find growth. Any task is successful when it is done with the method. Brahmin means a life according to the method. If there is no growth in your own effort or in service in any aspect, then there is definitely a lack of some method. So check, was I according to the method from Amrit Vela until night in thoughts, words, actions, and connections? That is, was there growth? Only then will you be called a full caste Brahmin. Om Namah Shivaya.